There's breaking news today in the NBA, as Trailblazers star Damian Lillard has finally been traded after months of wanting out of Portland. Dame is headed to Milwaukee, where he will team up with Giannis and Chris Middleton. But to get Dame, the Bucks had to give up Jrue Holiday, a 2028 and 2030 first-round pick swap, and their 2029 unprotected first-round pick to Portland, as well as sending Grayson Allen to Phoenix. Also involved in the trade is DeAndre Ayton. He will be sent to Portland, and Jusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson are headed to Phoenix. Let's break all this down. For starters, Damian Lillard is finally on a team that will contend for a title. Giannis Antetokounmpo alone is enough to get you to round 2, but adding the offensive star power of Damian Lillard can take this team to a whole different level. When Giannis was getting locked up and Middleton wasn't shooting well, the Bucks didn't have the guy to take the load off of the stars. But now they have a guy who can score 30 a night despite having the opposing team's best defender on him. We've seen Dame thrive on the Trailblazers while surrounded by below-average defenders. Now imagine Dame on a team with two of the best post defenders in the league. But what puts the cherry on the top for this trade for me is that they didn't give up many pieces on their current team. The loss of Jrue Holiday will be huge to their perimeter defense, but new Milwaukee head coach Adrian Griffin can make it known to his perimeter defenders to just contain the three and funnel the guards to the paint where they can meet Brook Lopez, the NBA's blocks leader in 2023. But Grayson Allen, as solid as he was in the regular season, is easily replaceable. And if you can't find a guy before the season starts, you can throw Pat Connaughton into that role and he'll be just fine. There's been a lot of rumors and rumblings that Giannis will eventually leave Milwaukee within the next 2 seasons. But this move here could convince him to stay, especially if they make or even win the NBA Finals by the time his contract's up. Now from the Blazers' perspective, this trade feels like a big win. We all knew that Dame would be traded within the next few months. It was just a question of what the package would be. The belief within the NBA community was that Dame would be traded to Miami in a package that consisted of Tyler Hero and 2 first-round picks. That package is absolutely awful for Portland, because we already know they want to start 3rd overall pick Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons, and the market to flip Hero again would be pretty dry. But instead of settling for that offer, Portland held strong and received a great offer of Jrue Holiday, a piece that is easily flippable, and 3 future first-round picks from Milwaukee, when Dame and Middleton will be 38 years old, and when Giannis might not even be on the team. There's a world where this trade completely backfires for Milwaukee, where Giannis is not satisfied with the team's performance after the Dame trade, waits out his contract, and leaves in free agency. In this world, how can the Bucks continue to contend when their cap space is completely drained and their stars are past the age of 35? The Trailblazers are banking on this, and I can see a world where the Trailblazers get a top 5 pick in 2028 with 25-year-old Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe entering their prime. But adding and likely flipping Jrue Holiday is not everything that Portland has done, because DeAndre Ayton, the 1st overall pick from just 5 seasons ago, is now a Trailblazer. I know Ayton has completely disappointed everybody because he plays passive and he has no work ethic. But imagine if Chauncey Billups can transform Ayton into the physical monster we all know he can be. Imagine a starting lineup with a motivated DeAndre Ayton and a prime Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe. In 5 years, this team could be really scary, which is something Trailblazers fans haven't heard in a long time. The final piece of this deal was the Phoenix Suns trading DeAndre Ayton for Jusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. The Suns get to move away from a guy who just wasn't on the same page as Booker and Durant and Ayton, and start fresh with Nurkic, a proven center who can add more offensive depth to the Suns. But it's not Nurkic that won the Suns this trade. They also got Grayson Allen and Nasir Little, 2 solid defenders who can come off the bench and add more positional depth to a team that desperately needs it. For the first time in a long time, it feels like every team in this trade got something that will ultimately benefit them in the short term and the long term. The Bucks got a piece that will help them get back to the NBA Finals, the Trailblazers got pieces that will help them for their rebuild, and the Suns moved on from a player who didn't fit their timeline and added a player of similar talent and similar depth. But what do you think of this trade? Comment below your thoughts on the Damian Lillard trade, and don't forget to subscribe for more NBA videos just like this one. I'm Julian with TalkBackSports, and I'll see you next time.